What up, Chiz? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Tonight, let me start off by saying that it's been real interesting of late, like what we've been talking about on this channel, right? We've been we've been hitting on a subject that a lot of you all have had a lot to say about. And I want to say that we've been talking about how like modern women are struggling. Okay. Listen, the truth of the matter is everybody is going through it right now. Everybody go, a lot of people going through it. Okay. And even if you're not going through it, I guarantee somebody you know, right? What is it? 6 degrees of separation. People, people are feeling it. Okay. But in the context of everything going on, um, we see that this is the kind of stuff that Kevin Samuels was warning about, right? The 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 thing that they didn't get was if you really just took the time to look at everything was going on in the economy, you started looking at the way people are moving, like everybody is kind of like out for themselves. You have this I gotta get the bag and I gotta have this and I gotta have that. When you start looking the way that people were moving, you can see that we were getting to a point where a lot of people are going to catch themselves by themselves. What I mean is that if you keep going ahead and say, I'm independent, and I don't need nobody, and this, that, and the third, it was easy to see the trap, right? It was easy to see that we were going to fall into this trap. Everybody was spending all this money. Everybody was spending like like they shouldn't have. People weren't thinking about, hey, this was bad, but I need to prepare for the future because there was always that feeling like, this kind of stuff was going to continue. And what Kevin, I think, was trying to illuminate was the fact that there were a lot of factors going on. Again, if you're just objectively if you're just objective looking at stuff, right? You just can see that you got to move differently right now, right? You've been had to move differently, right? And that's kind of what I've told y'all before. Why I started my 5-year plan and stuff like that, because I realized that I had to start moving differently outside of who was in my life. Is that a stain on my shirt? Yeah, what the hell? I don't remember dropping nothing. We'll see. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. Coming here looking all bunny and shit. Sorry about that. But last week we talked about why men were basically avoiding dating, right? We were talking about the dating scene. This week, I'm to relationships, right? Because eventually you're supposed to go from the dating stage to relationships. Now, though this ain't necessarily all going to be about like couples and all that stuff, I want to make clear a few points tonight, right? The one thing I want to make clear is that, or at least I'll put a question in y'all mind. But when women want to get into relationships, are they being honest? Are they honest actors? Now, I want y'all to think about tonight's live stream in two mindsets, okay? I want y'all to think about it from the mindsets of the videos y'all have watched on this channel of recent with women starting to find themselves, like a lot of them coming online talking about how their financial situations are going on right now. So I want y'all to think about that, right? Like, so now you're getting to a point where you're going to see more and more women kind of going through it. Dudes too, don't get me wrong. Like, again, this is affecting everybody, but I'm saying that we're starting to see that even some of the women that used to be influencers and stuff, they're feeling it. Women who you saw on TikTok all the time, they feeling it. So I want y'all to think about that as we go through tonight's live stream. The second thing I want y'all to think about, this isn't directly tied to it, but again, I have been setting up these videos and doing things a certain way to all of it to lead to talking about other things, right? Or to get to a point. And I think that point is going to be my Friday video. My Friday video, I'm going to take all of the video thoughts and ideas. And Friday, we're going to kind of bring it to um, a bigger point, something that I've noticed, or something that I want to connect the dots on. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel so you can see that video on Friday. Okay. As far as my members, shout out to my members. There's a couple clips that I want to talk about that I want to put out for you guys. So stand by for that. I will be putting it out um, very soon or within the next day or so. Okay. Hopefully tomorrow. That'll actually be a good day for it. Right. But I want y'all to think about everything that's going on in terms of what happened with the T app too, right? So now we have to I get into a relationship with you, and then I got to worry about if it don't work out, or God forbid, I say, you know what, this ain't working, and then that woman feels hurt and bitter, and now she posts you on the T app. Let me tell you something, gents. Y'all know I go through social media all the time. And what's been popping up is there was a TikTok, multiple TikToks that I've seen where on the TikTok, it was my city. It was my town. So you basically got somebody on TikTok scrolling through. So I'm just peeping out if I know anybody, and I don't know anyone. So that's a good thing, right? And I didn't. And then I had to text my own woman, y'all. Check this out. I had to text my own woman, and I told her, I was like, "Yo, I wasn't on there." I was like, "Thank God." But you know what? I didn't expect to be on there. She and I have been messing with each other for over 3.5 years, and the other thing is, I didn't expect to be on there because I don't know, like the little dating I did out here was nobody's gonna remember me or care, right? And I just wasn't out there like that. Like I'm very talkative. I like to go out, meet new people, but I'm not one like, I'm not nobody got nothing to put on blast for me except being a really nice person. You know what I mean? So y'all know me, I'm a conversationalist. So let me get to this super chat real quick. Shout out to Dwayne Jackson, man. Thank you for being here tonight. Let me go ahead and get to these banners because I want to get your name up there on the banner, right? Dwayne gonna be our first sponsor of the night. I appreciate that. Let me get you up here before I forget. There we go. You got Dwayne with the $20 holler tonight. All right, I think I got that. Let's go ahead and save that. You get that up on the screen. Dwayne says, I think men, especially black men, are no longer interested in dating in the West. Men have effectively given women their severance package by opting out of the dating scene. God damn. Dwayne, that's a nice one, man. I like that. It was an excellent way to put that, my friend, and I really appreciate that. All right. Yes. It's cooked. It's cooked in the West. And I was listen, Dwayne, you've been watching this channel long enough. Anybody who's been watching this channel, let me tell y'all something. If y'all, I'm gonna look at the camera and say this. If y'all been watching this channel long enough, I've said multiple times that it was only Kevin Samuels who was pushing marriage, right? I was the other person that was pushing relationships, okay? A long-term committed relationship. I even congratulate people who are married. Go look at any comment under anyone who's married, except if they said that unless they said something negative, I always congratulate everybody. I believe that we still need relationships. And I'm not even talking about like you gotta, find you a girl, or if you're a woman watching this, you gotta find you a man. I'm not talking just about that. Hell, we're getting to the point now where people don't even have friends. right? Like there's polls out there where people just don't have anybody. In these social media stuff, I see it all the time, right? So again, if you indulge me tonight, I want to show you guys different. I'm not going to be going into the specifics of relationships, right? Um, what I mean is, there won't be like there's only like one couple video, and now when I was going to put as an intro video, y'all saw it on the thumbnail, and but I put it toward the end because it'll be something a little fun for us to talk about before we get to the end of the live stream. Okay. My goal is to keep this live stream to about no more than 2.5 hours a night, get y'all out of here at a good time. But we do have a few things to talk about. I think these things are important when it comes to why men are just have taken relationships off the table. Now, there's a bunch of reasons. I picked a few things tonight that may not encompass everything, but it's something to keep in mind. Okay. Y'all know I'm going to tie it all together later. But let's start off with our intro clip. Okay. Let's start off with our intro clip. Now, y'all saw this young lady on the thumbnail. The reason why this is our intro clip is because I want you to hear what she say. This is very idealistic. And let's not be cynical. Let's listen to it and assume that this woman actually means what she's about to say. And with that being said, let's get started. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this.
Hey, look what I made. Look what I made. Look what I made. Don't you wish I was bringing you plates like this? Because I'm still looking for a man. So you need to come plug your game up to my TV. The food will be ready by 7:30 every night. And I need to be put through that mattress by 9 p.m. Okay, I don't ask for much.
So, hey, all right, y'all can hear it. Let me, look, before I do any shout outs, do me a favor, y'all. Why don't y'all go ahead and put y'all thoughts on that? Now, while y'all writing y'all thoughts on that exact clip, I'm just going to tell y'all, I started off this clip because it would be nice to have someone that thought about you, right? That thought about you enough to see how you doing eating. As I've stated, the men that I rock with, they know how to cook. So all this, oh, the men don't want to do this. But I'm like, who are you talking about? I'm not saying the dude gonna be there to cook every night, but I'm saying like to sit there back in the day, right? Men talking about, I want men like they were back in the day. These women could not handle them old school dudes. Tell me I'm lying. Women today would not be able to handle them old school players. They're not, because them old school players wasn't in the kitchen. That was a woman's thing to do. And listen, I don't consider myself old as hell, but I will say I'm old enough that them dudes were the ones that, hey, young blood, come here. Right? Yeah, young blood, come here real quick. Let me holler at you. Them dudes did not play. Them dudes did not play about this. Okay? Especially growing up in New Orleans. Right? So nowadays, good men are doing those things. Good men are helping out. Good men don't mind, like you ain't got to tell a good man to take out the trash. He know that shit stink. He gonna take it out. Good men know how to do certain things. So I think part of the thing that I want to show you all tonight is that as much as women like to say that we're not ready, I'm going to prove tonight how much they're not ready for the thing that they say they want. And they wonder why relationships are off the table. Right. All right. I'm going to catch these comments. I'm going to start from the bottom. Dark Sun says, I'm 45. I've been cooking since I was 14. What else does she have? Yeah. Hey, I'm a year older than you, and I was a latchkey kid. So that's how I learned to cook. And I messed up a lot of shit before I finally got it better. But yeah, a lot of us know how to cook. If you've been cooking since you was a teenager, right? That's when I say when I became a teenager too, that's when I started like really asking more questions. You know what I mean? Like, because my mom reminds me I used to cook for her too sometimes. And I was like, I don't even remember that. But but I think the reason why I don't remember is because I felt like, well, I live here too. Why wouldn't I cook? That's just been my mindset, right? If you love somebody, like I'm gonna help out too. But if I'm busy, I can't, right? My mom sometimes would come home, she tired. So I would cook, like, yo, okay, you see what I mean? Even with that was just a give and a take. That's the simple things that real men are asking for. So this woman saying that, hey, I'm gonna have your dinner every day at this time, blah blah blah. Plug your game up. Let me say that sounds tempting, right? Like, yo, okay, I can play my game and everything. You know, uh, that just means that she will allow you that space to have some peace, right? Seventh and oh, I cook all my own meals and I'm a beast in the kitchen. Man, hey, shout out to you, bro. You know what? I used to be a beast in the kitchen, but I could cook. You know what I mean? I could do a few things, right? I would say that I knew I've cooked a few Thanksgiving dinners by myself, and when and various things. And when I started doing that kind of stuff, I was like, yeah, when I started making my own gumbo, right? Like my own gumbo, my own recipe of gumbo. I called my mom for a few pointers, but once I started doing it on my own, I was like, you know what? I'm in this thing. I'm doing my thing. So shout out to you, 17. Uh Antics semantics, that's right there. I literally do everything, and I don't know a woman who can outcook me. See, there's another dude. Look at this. See, y'all not even shocking me because y'all, again, my gents, y'all like, yo, what are we talking about here? Right? We can cook. What are y'all talking about? Right? Dwayne says, I wonder behind the scenes is she complaining about school supplies too. Oh, that's funny. And then Preston says, keep your poisonous food to yourself. Listen, while I got y'all right here, let me say something real quick. Let me do the shout out to the gents, okay? You all come here every week. I do these live streams not because I'm the most popular live streamer. I'm not the most well-spoken or articulate dude when it comes to doing these live streams. I'm not even the funniest. But the one thing that I do these live streams for is for my gents. It's because it allows me time to interact with you all and for you all to interact with me. And I am eternally grateful for you all supporting the videos that have been on this channel, helping this channel to grow, helping us to get new subscribers again, helping this channel to become something better than it was, right? And I couldn't do it without you all. So I enjoy these conversations we have on Wednesdays, and I hope you do too. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. We do this every Wednesday, and oh, it's a new month. We need to have a Friday night jam session sometime here in August. So I'll figure out the date and I'll let y'all know when we having our Friday night jam session. If y'all don't know what the Friday night jam session is, that's where I might pick some random videos. We might have a little something to sip. Tonight is only water, but we'll have a little something to sip. We'll chill and, roast some video clips or even talk about some deeper topics, but it's a little bit more lighthearted, right? And that's where we take a Friday evening and we go through those things. So subscribe to the channel to get that. Make sure y'all hit that like button while y'all coming on in. And I'm going to see who else we got. We're going to see who we got in the house. I'm going to have to run through this quickly so we can get to Dwayne says, shout out to Dwayne for the $20 holla. My mother taught me how to cook. I was a cook in the Army in later years for 15 years in infantry. Okay. I make the best St. Louis style ribs. Okay. Dwayne, shout out to another brother, man. That's the other thing too. Shout out to my brothers who served, right? All of us. Man, we think differently, especially after you've been in the military and you've had to follow a discipline, a regimen, right? You got your brothers. You understand the importance of having that community. We understand the importance of, hey, there's a hierarchy here, right? Because if everybody was trying to be chiefs, nothing would get done. If everybody was trying to be, sergeants, nothing would get done, right? So we understand that. And I want to thank y'all for being here. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being my brother in arms there. Okay. Thank you. Preston, we got Preston out to say, if anything, I'll play my game in my own place. What else you got? Shout out to Preston. Dark Sun says, I would cook for my dad and brother. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, there you go. Our boss, shout out to you, our boss. Thank you for being here. As a single father raising kids, I have been cooking since they were young and got better. It's called YouTube if they're willing to learn. You know, it's funny, our boss, I tell my daughter that all the time. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Just look it up on YouTube, right? Just look it up on YouTube. Now, listen, I used to be a mechanic in the military, in the Navy. But it's not, I was an auto mechanic, but I do have an aptitude for taking things apart, putting them back together, all those things, right? Well, I didn't know how to really work on my car because most of my childhood, we sparsely had a car, right? And then when that car broke, there was no YouTube back in the day. You just you took it apart, and you tried to put it back together as best as you could. Now, when I had to work on my Mustang that I had some years back, man, I just went on YouTube, and it was so easy. It was like, all right, take a Saturday, sit there with a beer or two, take the thing apart. Man, it was amazing. But now these kids don't even know the power they have at their hands. You know what I mean? They got full libraries at their hands, and they don't even know how to use it. Killing me. And they supposed to be better than us at this shit. I don't even get it. Shout out to you. Gen X, latchkey kids, power. Yeah. Yeah, Gen X in the house, baby. Gen X, latchkey kids. That's what I'm talking about. All right, what does she have besides that? Let me get to so we had 17th and shout out to you for coming through. We had Antics, Semantics, shout out. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. We got Young Hazrat, shout out to you. Divine Walker 5, they never blame themselves. It's always men to blame. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. What else? Who else do we have here? Shout out to the champ. I want to catch this comment right here. Earlier, the Divine Walker talked about they lost 300,000 jobs. Yeah, man. And listen, I don't celebrate that, because that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for the economy. It's bad. But the thing was, that's the thing that Kevin was trying to warn against. Because at least back in the day, if that would have happened back in the day, we have community to help each other, right? We have community to be there for each other when people lost their jobs, right? Or, hey, I'm going to give the person next door to me a little food because I know they're going through it. We did the same thing when I was a kid. We had this couple, not a couple, it was a mom and her son that lived below us. And when they got kicked out, they wound up moving in with us because that's what we did back in the day. We helped other people. The kids next door to me, they didn't get new toys for Christmas. They would go to the Goodwill and everything, get their toys. And you want to sit here and say, oh, y'all got Goodwill toys. They always had the best toys. Even though the toys were used, they always had the best stuff. So we helped each other out. Now we have this divide where it's like, we don't need men. We better than men. Blah, 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 right? And where are we at with that? We've lost the thing that has made this all tolerable. We see the breakdown of the family, of the community, due to people's selfishness and greed. And basically just, God, people just consume. They don't build. Shout out to you for that comment. All right. Did I catch everybody? Young Hazrat. Oh, shout out to XL Pro, man. Great to see you as always. Thank you for coming through. All right. Yep. Peace to the military. And I'll catch this last comment. My mom taught me how to cook because she told me that I was probably going to live alone. It didn't want me to have to depend on a woman to do it. And that's how it went mostly. I had a family full of people that could cook. And so they wouldn't let the boys be near the kitchen. But I used to peek or ask, or if my great grandma was setting it up and nobody else was in the house, I'd ask her questions. And I just remember all that stuff, right? My earliest memory is 2. And I remember I have at least one memory from every year of my life from 2. So 40 plus something years, I don't want to go ahead and say it, but 40 something years of a memory of every year of my life, right? So the reason why I got into cooking was because you had to. Like you had to. Like you gotta survive. You know what I mean? You can't rely on someone else to do that shit. True, we were probably the last generation to borrow sugar and flour from each other. Now they're screwed. Yo, you go to try to borrow sugar and flour from people, you lucky you don't get shot through somebody's door. Depends on where you live at, right? Tony, shout out to you. He said, everybody can cook in my family as well, mom and dad. So you all, let me catch this one too. Dwayne says, if Kevin Samuels was still with us, I truly believe he would be heavy endorsing the Passport Bro movement. I think so too. Yeah. So we know this to be true. So let me put this woman back up on screen. I'm not knocking what she's saying. I'm saying let's just take what we know out of the picture. She's not bad looking. She ain't got. Let me bring her up here. Just check it out. Look at it. She not fat, nothing like that. She's in good shape. Right? Got a couple of tattoos, but she ain't got a lot of makeup on. Actually, I don't even know if she got really much. You know? She got some tabs. Did she just cook? What is that? Is that chicken wings on rice or is that Chinese? What the hell are they? What is that? If that's chicken, where the gravy at, baby? Where that gravy at? Oh, them yams on there. Okay. All right. Anyway, this young lady is cute, right? She's cute. I'm saying in everything being equal, you hope that you can find somebody like this young lady who hopefully not does that because she's just trying to keep a man down, but hopefully she gets to know about you, you get to know about her, and she respects you. I want y'all to put a pin in that. Along with other things I said, right? Thinking about the things I said, the T-app and the women now crying on there about losing their jobs. I want you to keep all of that in the back of your head as we transition to our first clip. Okay. Well, that was the intro clip. Now, let me preface this by saying, let me set this up before I do my intro on this one. Okay, we good. So, what can I say about this clip right here? The woman that you're about to see on this clip, you have seen many times. And for this woman has caused, in my opinion, she gives some of the worst advice to women if they're serious about having their own man. She gives great advice to women who want to use men and manipulate men. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, we're talking about Shira 7. Sprinkle, sprinkle, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? I started off this clip because I wanted this clip to start. I wanted to start off with this clip in particular because how many women are trying to force themselves into a relationship with men or put themselves in a situation that they're doing it out of desperation, not doing it out of it's a natural progression for our relationship. You see what I'm saying? Let's play the clip. Let's roll that beam footage and let's see what she about to say.
Like I said, get in his face. If you want to live with your boyfriend, show up to his house with a suitcase crying. You know what I'm saying? Lie and tell him you got a stalker.
You see, look where we already starting at. Look what we already starting at. We are already starting with this woman right here telling other women to try to move in on a man and do it through manipulation. Now, listen, we can sit here and say, well, Sean, don't women just manipulate men all the time? That's not the point. The point is, the point is that We're talking about the advice that she's giving other women. Show up, lie, say you have this. So men are so mean. Us men are so mean. But why aren't women considered mean or disgusting when they're willing to go to these lengths? And if you are a woman watching this, you cannot tell me, unless you're really young, you cannot tell me you don't know of any woman who's manipulated a situation, manipulated a man, or basically manipulated your friendship. I know most of the women I know be like, yo, that's why I don't have girls as friends, because I can't trust them. I'm just saying. How is this not disgusting? How is this behavior not talked about enough? Let's keep going.
Do something. Get up in his face. Get in there. Get in it to win it. This is not a game. This is life. Every move you make determines your future. So get in there. I did. I came over James' house, knocked on the door, had my suitcase. Looking cute. If he didn't let me stay, I was gonna find somewhere else to stay.
You see that right there? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did y'all hear that last part though? If he didn't let her stay, so she doing all this crying and all this manipulation to stay. If she didn't get let in, she had somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there. And we're going to talk about this more tonight. Let me see. Do I have another clip for that? No, that's going to be in another video. Okay. Another clip another day. But women bragging nowadays about how many dudes they got on the roster. I got this. I got that. I got a dude here. I got that. And how are we to believe you when there are so many women talking like this? Yes, somebody said it that she isn't. Let me make sure I can. There was a comment one of you all had. Dwayne had it. Dwayne says, I think women with real common sense don't take her seriously. But then again, common sense ain't common these days. Absolutely. And this is why I put this comment up there, because that is absolutely correct. I do believe women with sense don't listen to her. I will generally agree. But there are enough women that listen to her that you got to say, then what's your agenda? Regardless whether you hate my channel or not, or you think that I'm not saying something that you like. But again, I've been consistent on what I've said. The things that I'm saying is to change the behaviors that basically keep men and women apart. That's what I'm talking about. I just call out the behaviors. And then I'm a bad guy for doing it. But if you're doing some messed up shit, I'm going to tell you. If I see messed up behavior, or if I see behavior that's not going to, get or keep you in a relationship, why am I going to even say it? I'm not. But the fact that they got to use manipulation and jump in there, that's a trip. Let me catch these comments on this and see what y'all had to say. Person says, that's just it. You can't believe a damn thing that these people say or do. Again, this comment right here, there's going to be a lot more comments like this tonight for anybody watching. Why relationships off the table? Men do not believe what is coming out of women's mouth. And tonight is going to further prove why they don't believe it. Thank you for that comment. The champ, let them go and don't believe anything they say. Okay, again, another man is telling you, hey, it's hard to believe y'all because you all will cry. There's videos online. If y'all haven't seen this, it's the most craziest thing where a woman will start making up tears. This is what they have online. They cry. It was a challenge that they had, crying on demand and then locking it up quick just to show you they can control what they're doing. How is men supposed to believe that? I'm gonna keep going. Preston says, yeah, cutter than a bucket of cuter than a bucket of KFC covered in dumbassery. Talk about that chicken. That wouldn't work with me. I'd say this woman has a life full of drama and problems. I can't let her in my house and break my peace. Bye, Felicia. Oh, I don't blame you, young Hazrat. Dwayne says, I think women okay, I already read that one. Our boss says, what kind of entrapment advice is this? Is that? Now, if a guy does it, he will be locked up. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. When men was doing this, when men was doing the dirty underhanded stuff, or when men do it, we get crapped on. When you go in the comments for this woman, there's a bunch of claps. There's this right here. There's so many women agreeing with it. Y'all should be like, y'all as women should be like appalled that this woman would get on there and say some dumbass shit like that. But y'all don't. Collectively, y'all don't. And it sucks because the good women get lumped in that too. And that's not fair. But here's the thing. Y'all not correcting them. And you can't at this point. It's mob think. It's group think. You can't undo it. Salute. Okay. Probably that's probably store-bought shit trying to flex. Yeah. Just when you think these people could be more ignorant, they continue to prove us wrong in the fact that it definitely pays to be stupid. All right. Let me see. If there's anything else. Let me catch any more. Hey, Tolliver, man. Good seeing you. Great to see you back on the channel, man. Let me catch a comment. That's why these phony 304s are homeless. Ooh, that's cruel, but it's true. So it's funny because I saw a chick that I felt really bad for, right? I saw that she was going through it, and then she crying online because I was going through more of these, right? And then I looked through her social media just to see who she was. And I'm gonna tell you, it was all fun and games until like shit got hard. It was all fun and games. And this might sound cruel, ladies, but the reason why men have problems right now, why relationships are off the table, is because when men were trying to look for relationships, try to approach women, talk to women, y'all was like, ooh, M2, stranger danger. Y'all did all these things. He's giving off creep vibes, blah, blah, blah. He's nerdy. He's too this. It's giving, right? This is all the stuff. Ugh. I don't even know why you talking to me. Like I've seen it and heard it. You know what I mean? I've seen it and heard it. Right? I've had my bad share of disses too. Right? So what am I saying to you? I'm saying that the reason to believe that women are genuine in really wanting a relationship for unselfish means, you're going to have to show us before we believe it. But we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, okay? We're going to talk more about that. Let me. Press says, call Tyronius and Pookie Licious. Oh, wait, hold up. Where's my notebook? Where's my notebook at? Oh. I wrote something down. Let's see. Pookie and Tyronius. Somebody said a name that I said I'm going to have to use that one if I see it. Damn it. Where is it? Oh. Hey, I got another one I'm going to add. I'm going to put it in the comments. Here's another one. I'm going to put it in all caps. Somebody said this in a comment. They said Junebug. I was like, yo, Junebug is old school, baby. So from now on, we're going to add Junebug in there. Pookie, Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Pookie, Tyronius, Felantonio, Gloctavius, and Junebug. Oh, I wrote that down from the comments. I was like, that is funny as hell. That is funny as hell. Look at that name. Otter Pappy. Okay. First say modern women ashamed by nothing, but modern women are shamed by nothing, but offended by everything. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's do this one up. Let's get the next clip going. We had fun. We got to move through it a little bit. What do you got to give us? All right, I'm not going to say much. I'm going to let this one. I'm going to let this play a little bit. Shout out to. Thanks for the positivity, Sean C. No problem, Slick Bronx. I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you for the $2 holler. Let's get you up on the board there. Let's get you up on the board. Thank you for the $2 holler, man. Everything helps out, man. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, I swear, man, a lot of people going through it, I'm no exception to it, right? Obviously, y'all know that mom's had the stroke. She's doing a little bit better. And then, now I got my daughter here and everything, who she needed some help. And so it's just, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And make sure you check on your people that you love and you care about, man. Make sure that they're doing okay, because a lot of people going through different stuff now. And I want to make sure that we're not overlooking the people that we overlooking the people we need to overlook. All right. Oh, I didn't realize that was up on the screen. I am an idiot. All right, let's go ahead and just put this thing up there. Why do y'all give us a hard time about wanting to be taken care of? Like, we want to keep our money, we want someone to spoil us. We want someone to pay all of our bills. What's so wrong with that? Nothing. Now, I can understand a woman who don't have anything to her name, not even a dollar, that don't bring any type of value to your life. I can understand on that. But I'm saying like a woman who know how to work, a good work ethic. I'm going to pause this because she's going to get into something. Listen, let's analyze what she just said. Why do men have a problem with women who want a man to be able to provide? And as the dude was saying down below, I don't think men have a problem with providing. I'm gonna hold. Just give me a second. Young Hazrat with the $5 holler. He said, "God bless you. Praying for you and your family. Stand strong." Yeah, man, we're doing the best we can, Young Hazrat. I appreciate you. Let me get you up on the thing. So let me say this, right? I don't think men inherently have a problem with being providers. I think, and any ladies listening, the problem that men have is that no man wants to just be. Men nowadays are like, look, I want to provide for a woman who genuinely is doing something for me, or who is providing something for me, right? Not just your box, because we could just pay for box and then you ain't got to deal with the personality headaches. But like, dudes want their own woman, right? Men want their own women. Not someone that's like in the Shira 7 camp, she's an agent, she's a double agent, she's just using you to get to the next person, which really and truly at this point, you have to assume most women are just using you as a placeholder, right? And I hate to be that cynical, but these are the times that we live in. Men didn't have a problem providing when they felt like that was their woman. See, a man will lay down his life for something that he believes is his. He will lay down his life for his family, for his woman, his wife, his girlfriend, for his kids. He will lay down his best friend. He will lay down his life for something that he believes is his and is integral to who he is. And a lot of women don't insert themselves in men's life that way. Now she goes on to say, right? She goes on to say that especially if there's a woman who's already working and doing her own thing, that sounds good. It sounds good. Yeah, listen, I'm going to tell you, and this might be a separate video because I had this clip and I almost put it in the last video. But the clip I was going to put in the last video that y'all saw was don't date broke women. If you date broke women, you're going to have broke women problems. You're saying, Sean, what do you mean broke women? I'm saying that a broke woman, in my opinion, this is just my humble opinion. We're not talking about the income that she brings in. We're talking about a broke woman is a woman who, that broke mentality, like if she is always wondering what you can do for her, and she provides no femininity, no type of nurturing, none of the things that are inherent to being a woman that a man needs, and all she's looking for is money, it's a broke mentality. She's not going to help you. She's not going to serve your purpose. That's a broke woman. Leave that alone. Okay? Because I know it's easy to say that these women with money, oh, they can't handle us women with money. Really? Really? No, I actually prefer to date women that got money. My woman has her own money, and I'm happy about that. I ain't got to worry about that. See what I'm saying? We are not with each other for money. We are with each other for the value and the love that we give to each other, the respect. You can't buy that shit. Castle, she's gaslighting. They want the benefits of a provider, but reject their role as a nurturer. See that we just said? Men want reciprocity in a relationship. This is why MGTOW, Passport Bros, Red Pill content lives on. Baton Rouge all day. Shout out to you out there in Baton Rouge. Right there, Castle. Shout out to you, man. 504 in the house. You know I got my same stuff right there. We're about to have our first preseason game. I am excited. All right. Shout out to you. Let me get you up on. Let me leave you up there, and let me get you on the banner. Listen, let me say something. This woman, I don't want y'all to. I want y'all to be. Sorry, I'm trying to. I messed that up. You're supposed to put, I always put that in quotations. I don't know why. I'm having like boomer vibes over here, man. I don't know what's going on. All right. Doing some boomer vibe stuff here. What is, all right, there we go. All right. So we got Caps up there. Listen, I'm going to let this play. I just wanted to make the point that when you get to a certain point in life or you have, listen, as a man, if you got shit to lose, you want a woman that got shit to lose too, okay? Because that means you're going to have, you should, in theory, both have mutual respect for losing your shit, okay? But when you deal with a broke woman, you have a bunch of shit to lose. She ain't got nothing to lose, okay? And that's what I'm saying. Don't be unequally yoked. And listen, as much as you hear some of these women out here talking, right? The ones that, oh, you can't handle a woman that's doing all this. Don't mess with them, okay? Because she's already projecting. I'm saying you still want a woman that got her own stuff. At least that's me. I want a woman that she ain't looking up in my face. We are looking at higher level stuff to talk about. Does that make sense? So, no broke bitches. That's what. Wait, aren't you a Raiders fan? No, you didn't. When you have never seen me talk about rocking some Raiders Nation, man. Anti-semantics. What are you doing? You trying to ruin my reputation? You don't see that goddamn who that in the background? Look, hold up. Now, hold up. This is a downright audacity. You don't see my Saints belt buckle back there, my little Saints helmet, my little Saints figurine. What is going on here? Y'all trying to get me hemmed up by my own people. Yo, what are you doing? Yo, you trying to. Shout out to Chris Turner. Cowboy Nation, shout out to y'all, man. We're in Vegas. I don't give a damn if we're in Vegas, bro. Like, I don't give a damn. My first team, listen, my first team is always the Saints. And then whoever I look at after that, long as they ain't playing me, like the Raiders being here. If the Raiders win, I'm good. That's good for the city. But man, don't be putting that on my name like I'm sitting there like Raiders Nation. Slick Brock says Steelers for life. All right, shout out to you, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It's an exciting weekend come up. I'm excited about that. All right, let's get back to the video because, Dwayne says, a broke has a third world mentality, only brings first world problems. Yep, that's exactly it. If she's gaslighting, she could definitely start her own propane business from the air that's come out of her empty head. Jesus Christ, that's funny. I'm gonna put this back on screen. We're gonna update Dwayne real quick on the wow, why am I doing this to myself? I feel like I'm gonna up this to $30 holla. Thank you so much, Dwayne. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you all. Thank you all for contributing. All right. Let's get back to the video because shout out to you, XR Pro. Let's get back to the video because one of y'all hinted on something. One of y'all hinted on this. Actually, it was Castle. Castle hit on this. Just his words are gonna come back to be true. Let's check it out.
They have money in a bank account.
Let's go back for a second. Because she talking about, I'm gonna just start it over that way I can drink some more of my Kool-Aid.
Why do y'all give us a hard time about wanting to be taken care of? Like we want to keep our money, we want someone to spoil us. We want someone to pay all of our bills. What's so wrong with that? Nothing. Now, I can understand a woman who don't have anything to her name, not even $1, that don't bring any type of value to your life. I can understand on that.
Wait, hold up. Sorry, I didn't hear what she said. She said pay all of her bills. Okay, is that your husband? Like, who we talking about? Let's continue.
But I'm saying like a woman who know how to work, a good work ethic. They have money in a bank account.
Then why does she need you? Why does a woman who got money in her bank account need a man to pay all her bills? If she's so hard of a worker.
That actually can add value to your life.
How? How is she going to add value? Tell me, how is she going to add that value? If you got to basically pay all her bills.
What is the value?
Like, I want to sit back and look cute. I want someone to take care of me, pay all my bills.
She said all that just to say that she wants to sit back, look cute, and have somebody pay all her bills. Where the fuck is the value that you mentioned in the beginning? You said that you would add value. Where is the value? You sitting back and looking cute is not value. And then she goes on to say women that make money, they got their shit together, they got their head on straight, but they don't want to also contribute to the overall fucking picture. So where's the fucking value? Where is it? That's what I'm looking for in this whole ordeal. I want to know where the value is in having a woman just sit back and looking cute. What value is that? There is zero benefit of having a woman with money if she's not willing to spend the money. I'm trying to fucking be reasonable. I really am, but none of this shit makes any fucking sense.
It don't.
So if you're asking why do we have an issue with this, is because when y'all get on here and y'all talk shit, y'all make zero fucking sense. Why would I have a woman that makes a lot of money, but I'm not using any of this money to contribute to the overall picture of the relationship?
Listen, shout out to this young brother right here, man. Shout out to this young brother right here because he brought up some great points. ladies, any ladies watching, paying all your bills, okay, then what does the man get for that? Especially if he's not your husband. Oh, well, he get to have me and I can be his companion. Honestly, it's cheaper now. It is cheaper now, and it's going to get cheaper. Okay? I need y'all to hear me out on this. Your box, a man can pay for it, and then he ain't got to deal with the problems. It's going to cost less than paying all of your bills. Yeah, right there. Men have a problem because he is getting nothing in return. What value are you bringing to his life? Nowhere. This is why men have a problem or an issue with this. Thank you. And I'm glad y'all are saying it. Okay? I'm glad y'all are saying it. Castle says, right. How is she adding value if you're paying all her damn bills? She ain't adding any value to anyone with the big old binocular goggles she got on, looking all blind, confused lady. Yo, ain't she a part of the bonnet brigade? And she got that meat on her neck. Y'all can't see it like I can, but she got that meat on her neck. What is she providing? I'm just look cute. Bitch, you ain't that cute. So you gonna just sit around in a bonnet all day, and that's supposed to be cute? You don't pay all your bills, and this is how you just go sit around the house. Well, the bonnet on my hair matches my red glasses. That's cute. That's cute. Yo, man, they are losing their minds, brother. Man, I am telling you. Listen, I'm gonna let this next video I got ride one real quick. Let me get myself back on the screen. I put this next video clip directly behind this last video, because this young lady right here, this young lady is gonna make a point. Kind of what we just was talking about. I want y'all to listen closely to what she got to say about that.
And this one's going to get me in trouble, but bear with me. This is coming from a good place. This is my hot take.
All right.
I have heard, especially recently, time and time again, many a time, women talk about how much they miss an alpha masculine man. And I want a man to come and do this for me and provide and take care of me, and I'm tired and I fell for the feminism and the working and I'm exhausted and I want to have kids, and that whole tune that we've been hearing. I've heard it a lot, and I sympathize and I understand a lot and I empathize, but I seldom hear them say, and this is what I will give.
Never.
Ooh, did y'all catch that? I'm gonna back it up.
Understand a lot and I empathize, but I seldom hear them say, and this is what I will give.
Never.
Daddy, can you relax? I'm on a roll here, okay? But I hear it a lot of what they want to receive, and I get it. But what are you gonna give? And then when I ask them, it's always like, oh, I'll make him a home. Baby girl, do you even know what that entails? Do you know the dedication, the work, the commitment, the sacrifice, the selflessness that it takes to give a man a home, to give yourself a home? It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, listen. This young lady was speaking the truth. The thing that resonated with me the most with this particular clip is she hears women saying all the things you heard the last woman say. But women, I mean, and I go through thousands of clips, you never hear them say what they will give. You never hear it. And then even the little things that they do say that they can do, all of y'all have just said it in the comments. I challenge you. Go look through the chat. Go look through the chat. And you're going to see men were like, I can cook for myself. Oh, I can do this myself. I got what? Not that I've been cooking since I was blah, blah, blah years old, 14 years old, whatever, right? This is what men are saying. Even cooking ain't enough. Well, what if I cook for you? It's not enough. That's not what we need from you. I'm gonna catch a couple comments real quick, but I wanna play the next clip. It's very short. I'll get to your comments in a second. So I want to connect these dots real quick. Okay, they provide nothing, but when you see this next clip, you're gonna even see how much like it's a snapshot, I believe, of how a lot of these women really feel. That's what I believe. Here we go.
Am I the only one having this feeling where I can like somebody, but I don't feel it? I don't. It's like I gave love so much of a chance. That shit don't even impress me no more.
Right? So listen, a lot of you gents might be cynical at this point. And listen, I don't want that for you all, but as a man that's been through it myself, I've been through the ringer before. I'm telling you, I sympathize too. I understand why men are like, you know what, I'm done. Right? My only thing for the dudes that say I'm done, all I say is sharpen your nails every now and then, right? Because if you don't use a skill, you lose it. If you don't know how to go out there and talk to people, then later on you ain't gonna be able to talk to people. You're gonna come off awkward because you ain't talk to nobody, right? I'm saying you have to sharpen your claws. You know, we are lions, right? And in order for us to effectively manage our pride, we have to sharpen our claws, and every now and then we gotta do some roaring. Okay, but we gotta keep ourselves in the game. Every now and then, the lionesses they go hunt down the game. But as a lion, every now and then you got to get yourself involved. Okay, so all I'm saying is don't lose the essence of what makes you a man in the process of avoiding these dank stank women. That is not me telling you, well, sure, you want us to go talk to them? Hell no, that's not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying no. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Put yourself in social situations. Make sure that you're keeping those claws sharpened, right? Because my philosophy, my thought process is you want to be ready for the woman that you say, when you find that woman, you don't want to be like, you don't be my age talking about, well, you know, I ain't ready yet. You know, I ain't, you know, no, if you got the right woman, you want to be ready. We ain't playing those games no more. We ain't gonna talk about Pookie, Tyrone, Felantonio, Junebug. We ain't gonna talk about them dudes and what they not doing, and then be gents and we're not doing what we said we gonna do. Okay, it's not the way it work over here. Not a TSG uncut. So what am I saying to you? I get that a lot of the women come off like this woman right here. A lot of women come off like this woman. That they're in relationships as a matter of convenience, not a matter of love, not a matter of respect, not a matter of, you know, like they're going to provide you with anything of substance. They're not going to give you no femininity. And if anything, they're going to take away and rob your peace. And you may just be the placeholder for the next dude. And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Shout out to Kenny Peoples, man. He said, good evening, sir. Good evening to you, Kenny, man. Great to see you, man. Great to see you. These people literally said that men are picking BBL women when we've told them that we want real natural women, not some plastic city toaster catastrophe. What the women don't realize is that the U.S. is weakening. What's happening now is going to get worse, but they're too conceited to see it. Absolutely. Castle, that's exactly what's going on. And listen, I didn't make the last few videos. I swear to y'all, I personally, I don't know how y'all can feel the way you want to. I didn't make those videos to necessarily make fun of women for losing their jobs. Again, I don't feel that way. The only woman in those videos that I had some art with was the one that was like, put my finger down if you don't need no man. And she put the finger down. And then she gets straight on the side of the road. Now she's crying because nobody stopped for her. Look, I don't necessarily believe in karma, right? But I will say that if there was such thing as a karma, or what's the other word for karma? But basically, like, if there was such thing as a karma, she got it. And that was the only one that I had like, yo, okay, you want to talk all that shit? And that's what happens. Mic drop. This lady has a bright future for spitting facts. Oh, talking about the last woman. Yeah. No doubt she is married and have a lucky husband. Yeah. The champ says exactly. I said the same thing. Women never say the thing what they bring to the table. Only what can a man do for her? Ladies, any ladies watching, this is one of the reasons men aren't coming to the table for relationships, because you all never provide. Well, he got to provide for me. But all of y'all are saying the same damn thing. If all of y'all sound the same, you won't stand out. Then dudes are going to think you just like all the rest of these birds out here. Because we've heard it now. Why you gotta have a channel? And why you gotta watch the channel, blah, blah, blah. Because when you watch it enough, it reinforces. When you hear something, you're like, ooh. Like now, when I hear certain phrases, we could be watching a movie, me and my girl, right? We're watching a movie, watching something. And somebody will say something, like a woman will say something in the video or the movie we watching or the TV show, and all we do is just look at each other. I know you heard it. You heard that? Damn. It's almost like I talk about this on a daily basis. It's almost like I talk about this on a channel called TSG Uncut. Exactly what we've seen on that damn TV screen. So now I hear it all. I hear it all. I just do a little indignant smug, right? I think I said that on last week's episode as I sip on my tea, right? So as I sip out of my giant sippy cup. I'm pretty certain I said that last week. That's how I be, man. I be all smug with it, pinky up and everything. Like, yes. It's like I said it last week on the television, on the telly. Like I told people the other day. Pip, oh boy, pip, and Cheerio. Right? That's how. But the thing is, if you don't think there's any value of watching this stuff, you start hearing it, you start seeing it. So, like, it's getting to the point now, ladies, where most men are starting to be like, yeah, that's why they're backing away from the table, because before you even step, you can already see it. We've seen this. We've seen this movie. We've seen this show. There ain't nothing new. There ain't nothing new. Dwayne said, "So what thou reap." Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. Kenny said, "Junebug." The last time we heard that was on 50 Cent movie, "Get Rich or Die Trying." When Majestic congrats Marcus for his hard work. Yo, I forgot about that. One. Not gonna lie, you got me on that one. We are not intimidated by women. We're just downright sick and tired of being sick and tired of their behavior and disrespect. Yep, absolutely. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Exactly. How you going to like someone but not knowing? And someone like this is supposed to procreate and have the ability to bring a child in this world? You ain't lying. I'm going to play that one more time. This is crazy.
Am I the only one having this feeling where I can like somebody, but I don't feel it? I don't. It's like I gave love so much of a chance. That shit don't even impress me no more.
Now listen. She has a pretty tattoo. It's a little faded now, but it's a pretty tattoo of like roses from here all the way down her arm. Okay. But again, she got the the dot up here. I don't know if that's a real dot or like a stud or something, right? She got all the signs. Look at everything, right? The little what does that say? Gucci and like basically, this woman gives off all the signs of a woman that says, I tried to give love a chance, but you know what it was? She didn't give love a chance. She get just like a lot of these modern women. They give love a chance to Pookie, Ray Ray, Glocktavius, Felantonio, and Junebug, right? Let them dudes come around. Them the dudes that come around. That's who they give a chance to. They get their heart broken by those dudes because they fall in love with them. Right? They're willing to do anything. They're willing to give them, I did this for him. I bought his new J's. I got him his fade up, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I bought our baby this, that, and the third. I got him that new PS5. This woman right here was the woman that did that. And the dude messed over her. Why? We're not immune to having to work in relationships, gents. I don't want any woman or anyone to think that that as a man, I'm immune to having to put in work. I'm going to tell you, you have to put in work, but we'll get to that. Put a pin in it. Coming up. This woman, like so many other women, give their hearts and their bodies to the wrong men and wonder why they're burnt out on love. I'm just saying. I'm going to catch people's comments and then we're going to get to, it's like they're waiting for us to change our mind like they do. Once men make a decision, we stick to it. Men becoming aware of how they move is not a phase. No. Men knowing how women move right now, it's survival actually. Because these women spend, they don't build anything. They take. They are takers. So if you don't look out, if you don't protect yourself, you don't look out for the signs, you miss them, you blow through all the red flags, right? And you just blow right past them. Because you're not being aware. This is a matter of survival. These women have put men on the streets, have men hemmed up. I'm about to show y'all in a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna play clip 4A before I play clip 4. Let's go with clip 4. Check this out. I think it's quick, so.
Men are naturally submissive. All you got to do is call the police on them.
You see what I mean? Do y'all see what I mean? Men are naturally submissive. Call the police. Now listen, I don't know this little high yellow woman. She ain't high yellow, but she a light skinned black woman, right? I don't know where she come from or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you, for this woman to be talking about calling the police on somebody, to me, you call the police on me and I don't mean you no harm, we're done. We are fucking done at that point. If you're gonna call the police on me, knowing that any of us could get our lives taken by just having them come through, especially on a call where you probably gonna say I did something, to me, that's almost like you're pointing a loaded gun at my head. Once you point that gun at my head, either I gotta take you out or I gotta leave and I'm never coming back. But you call the police on me, you call the cops on me, and again, I don't mean you no harm. You're telling me you don't value my life. And I'm going to tell you right there, if you're in that situation, you got to go. You have got to leave. You've got to leave. Sean, what about the kid? You got to go. She don't care about you at that point. She just said she don't value your life. Especially this. If your skin color like this, your woman called the police on you, she just said she don't value your life. You got to go. It's over. It's a wrap. There's no saving that relationship in my eyes. Y'all can tell me I'm wrong, but there's no saving that shit. It's done. Yes, there's a gun in the house. Yep. That's real. Shout out to Mark Bryant. He touched my, yep. Yep. She's giving herself to Chaticus, carousel felons, but willing to hold out on good men they say they don't want or need. Yep. Young Hazrat 100. Shout out to Nico, man. Thank you for coming through. She's not burnt. She's definitely charbroiled. She's burnt Alpha Widow. Oh, okay, the other chick, yeah. In all fairness, TSG, why the 10Fs hell would we provide for a walking pile of Jezza baggage, crumb snatching, Horax, scallywag, trash bag? Yeah, that's funny. We wouldn't. You all are spot on. Now, I'm going to play this next clip. I don't know if it goes in this order or not, but there's something that we need to discuss, right? We're talking about this is an argument, right? We talk about being relationships. Let me get this off the screen so I can make my point, so I can concentrate. There we go. All right. There's an argument that tends to happen in relationships. And this argument, not relationships, this is what men say. This is what we men say all the time. And when you hear it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is an argument that we make. This woman is going to, she's going to disagree with the point that we typically make. Again, when you hear the argument, you'll know what I'm talking about. She's going to disagree. But when I listen to it again, I disagree with her because her basis, her premise is it sounds right, but it's off. Remember what I told you about these modern women, right? There's the truth, and then there's the lie, or the part that don't make sense. There's always the truth in what they say, and then the lie. So I want you to hear this. Her point sounds good, but I'm going to show you at the end of it why it fails. Here we go.
A lot of time guys use this.
Oh, God damn it. I thought I put it up on screen. This is some rookie mistakes I'm making. I should.
A lot of time guys use this analogy. If a woman can listen to her boss and respect her boss, why can't she respect her husband, boyfriend? I get what you guys are saying.
Y'all have heard that before, right, gents? So if a woman could go to listen to her boss, why won't she listen to her man? A lot of us have heard that argument. We've made that argument. Well, let's hear what she got to say about this.
But I think it's a bad analogy because
Why?
the boss is paying your bills. The boss is giving you a salary.
What if the dude didn't in the last clips they talked about with the man's paying all the bills or he paying all my bills or whatever? So what if the dude's paying this? You're in a relationship and let's say you paying all the bills. All right, whatever. You think that don't mean nothing? All right, well let's continue here what her argument is because this is crazy.
Paying your bills. The boss is giving you a salary. It's not that you respect the boss. Do you respect your boss? No, you gonna suck up to them because they give you a salary and you got bills to pay and you don't want to get fired.
Okay, so let's stop right here. So she's saying that the reason why she listened to her boss is because he gives her money. So isn't that what modern women say that they want? Men, they got money? And she can get fired. Oh, so you're saying there's a consequence to her not doing her job. So would that mean that if a woman doesn't respect her man, what if the consequence was, hey, this relationship is over because you're not listening? Isn't that what a boss would do? Well, yeah, but you're not paying her salary. Oh, so you're telling me one free person and another free person, and you're telling me the other free person can't make the decision to walk out or to end the relationship or the association for not getting the respect that they feel that they deserve? Let's continue. I mean, I'm just asking questions. Okay, I'm just asking questions. Let's see what else she got to say.
Now, if you're saying we need to look at a relationship like it's a job and you men are paying women to fulfill this job, this role, okay, then it makes sense.
So real quick, I'm sorry to stop it, but that reminds me of the dude. There's a dude out here in Vegas that I think I've used the clips, and he's interviewing women on the out downtown. And he's like, can a man tell you what to wear? You've probably seen that clip in one of my videos. But he's like, well, can your man tell you what to wear? And she's like, nah, he can't tell me what to wear, blah, blah, blah. And then the only time they say, well, he might can say something if he buying this and he doing this, blah, blah, blah. So basically, women have basically said they will do what they're told if you give them money. Now, I'm not a very smart. I'm not smart, gents. I ain't that smart, okay? Maybe I ain't that smart, but when you have to pay a woman for a service to service you and listen, to do what the thing you need done for money, okay? Ain't that tuition, that you know, that prosta thing going on, right? The prostitution, right? That prostitution. I just want to know, because maybe women don't understand that that's what it is. Go back to what I said earlier. If we're talking about these transactional relationships, then why should a man get in a relationship when he can pay a woman to fulfill his needs and leave? He can pay a woman to clean the house and then leave. None of the headache. He gets his rocks off, get the thing. Nobody gonna tell him how long he can play the game, or he gotta, go to some party he don't want to go to. Yo, he ain't gotta do none of that stuff. All right? Just saying. So she got more to say. Jen, she got more to say. I'm gonna leave her up on the screen like this because there's only a few seconds left, and I've already heard enough.
Because you're paying her bills and she doesn't want to get fired. That's when it makes sense. Overall, I get the sentiment. You got to give your man respect. So that I get. But the whole boss thing, I don't know. Unless you're really her boss. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think?
I'm not going to knock this older woman too bad. Again, there's the truth and then the lie. The lie is men aren't saying, well, I'm your boss too, and so you need to, do what I say. That's not even about it. She used the word. She said the word multiple times. She talked about the word respect. And somehow, that's the part that I think that she didn't connect. She even said, let me see if I can find it. She even said,
boss is giving you a salary.
Right, okay, right here. Hold up, right here.
It's a bad analogy because a boss is paying your bills. A
Listen.
boss is giving you a salary. It's not that you respect the boss.
Stop. You just made my point for me. You don't respect the boss. You're only giving him this title respect because he's giving you money. But if you have a man that you love and you genuinely respect, you're telling me he can't get the basic treatment that a boss that you don't respect gets? So you're telling me, ladies, that your respect for your man or anyone is tied to what they can give you monetarily. Monetarily. Notice I said that. You all have reduced yourself to numbers. And y'all wonder why you're getting fired. You wonder why people don't think about you enough, who don't have a heart enough, who don't see you enough. They see you as a bunch of numbers. There's no humanity that people are seeing with modern women today. There's no femininity. I think you all are missing this point, ladies. We die for you all. We go to war. We protect the house. We will stand up to people that we shouldn't even probably be standing up to. Actually, I say that as somebody 6'4" and 270 something pounds. But like when I wasn't this size, you got to stand up to that dude that's 270 pounds and benching a fucking truck. Why do men do that? Why do we do that? Why do we go to war for a country, and why do we do these things? We do these things because, as I stated earlier, a man protects something that he feels is his, that he feels invested. So before, men did these things because, like, we have to protect our women. I have to protect my woman, my wife, my girl, my mom, my sisters, my aunts, my friends. We had that sense of I owe it to them. And somehow, modern women have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory and made it where men don't give a fuck no more. Excuse my French, but they don't. We don't care. We don't care. You want to be, you all have said we're independent. We don't need men. Why do we even have men? And men have been like, all right. And you want to know why we don't have any feelings about it? Because you broke all the fucking feelings we had. We broke it. You broke the little heart that we had. Little tink tink is done. Okay? You know what I mean? Little tink tink is done. And y'all can sit there and say, like, well, what about your channel? And why do you speak on it? Y'all lucky y'all got me. I still have a heart about the shit. I didn't necessarily agree with all the comments. Like, oh, good for these women. Like, why would you want to see somebody do bad? Somebody else doing bad, unless they really, really deserve it. And that's how some dudes feel. Some dudes feel modern women deserve this shit. Y'all ask for this shit, this is what you're going to get. And yet and still, I'm the bad guy, and I'm the one that don't feel that way. I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth. Oh, maybe I'm stupid, gents. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I am. Walk away from trying to please people who will never see your worth. That is facts. Preston, that's facts. The more you walk away from things that poison your soul, the healthier you'll be. That is straight up facts. I'm gonna get to you, Tony. Jeffrey says, lack of us as a nation of the real Israel. Who? Jeffrey, don't go there. We can't go there on this channel. We can't go there tonight. But I think that's why I have empathy that's why I have empathy still. Because I don't want to see them do bad. I don't want to see people do bad and necessarily do bad to me. But I'm also at the point too that I don't have to help you though. I may not want to see you do bad, but I for sure don't have to help you. I don't have to offer my time and my assistance to you if you're not going to be helpful to me. If you don't see the need to squash this shit and for us to be doing what we're supposed to be doing, if you don't see a need, then I don't see a need to have any empathy either. Tony says, I would rather pay a pro than to pay a modern woman to pretend to like me. That's it. There's another reason why men aren't getting in relationships. Y'all, Tony, y'all are all spot on. You all are making my point. You all are so making the point. What is tonight's title? Why relationships are off the table for most men. You all are making it right now. Right? So the husband is the boss of the household. He is in charge. His role to protect and provide. The boss at work is just a title. Those two things are not interchangeable. That is our boss. Thank you. That's another great point. As I've stated, or let's go with this woman saying, I'm going to tell y'all what I've stated before in this channel. This woman said, well, the boss is providing money, so I'm going to listen to him. But if you got your own man and you love him and he loves you, he's putting the most valuable thing. This is according to the Bible, right? No love is greater than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. And if a man is willing to protect you, his woman, and to give his life, there is nothing more valuable than that. It's the ultimate sacrifice, right? You all ever seen the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves, right? Constantine was on his way to jail, but he's to jail with the H, okay? The H-E double hockey sticks, right? The hell, right? He was getting dragged there. And because he sacrificed, that was getting him in. Because he sacrificed, he was willing to sacrifice his life. Ain't no love greater than that. And you telling me I can't get more respect than the boss at work? If I love you and if you know that, you telling me I can't get the same type of, like, you can't get the same act right? Man, you, come on, get the fuck out of here. Hey, forget about it. Hey, your mom, you know what I mean? Don't get me started on that accent because I can't stop. Okay? Prince said that's exactly why I say these women are the ones who literally started the whole shit show for themselves, expecting the good men to save them from whence they started. Yeah. All right, we got a few more clips to get through. I told y'all I was going to try to get y'all out of here, not keep y'all too late, because I got more videos to make. I'm gonna play this clip. This woman always speaks the truth, and I like to highlight women telling the truth. Let's get what she says. This next woman is about to say the thing that women need to be aware of, right? Especially when you're talking about how you're going to give your boss more respect than your own man. This is also, last thing. This is also proof positive when you have a good woman. A good woman is going to do what this woman says.
That be a lot of y'all's problem. Y'all always want to have your mouth going, but at the end of the day, you be like, oh, well, what's wrong with him? You wasn't attentive to him. You was running your mouth so much. You wasn't attentive. You was not paying attention. Ooh. And now you want to know why he's looking for outside ears in order to voice himself. You can't sit up here and think that all of a sudden that he's going to want to open up to you again. Also, when you beat him over the head with stuff that he's already opened up to you about. The men are opening up to you guys, and then what happens is you will beat him over the head with it. You'll use it as a tool to hurt him, but then and you'll use it as also as a tool to manipulate him. But then you want to know why he don't want you no more. Why he not keeping that same energy? Well, you was this way. Well, you wasn't the same. You was sweet to him. You was kind to him. You used to cook for him. Used to clean for him. Used to give him massages. But now you not doing shit for him no more. But you wonder why he don't treat you the same no more because your ass stopped.
Come on now. Hey, man. Hey, you got our chat going crazy. Drop church, preach, tabernacle.
Yo. Hey, when she come on, listen, I've had her clips in my videos a number of times, right? I can't remember if she's the one that pushed the camera out the way after she say something, but I'm gonna tell you, she was not wrong. Like, I played that woman before that said she was incapable of love, and I put that in the beginning because I wanted to transpose that to what this woman said. I want to transpose that to what she said. You all like want to make your love conditional, right? You want to make your love conditional on shit that don't matter, right? Money does not exist. I don't know if y'all understand that shit. It's not even. It's something fake made up to exchange like your time for your ability to be able to get goods. That's what it is. It's not real, right? Notice that you can't even barter shit no more. You can't like, hey, I got my ox and I got this ox and this pig and I'm gonna trade it for, this much flour, sugar, this, that, and the third. Like, there ain't no more bartering system like that. And that was for survival. The way y'all flashing this cash and the way I gotta get my nails done every week and then I gotta get my hair did for what? I'm not saying you don't want your woman to look good, whatever, but I'm saying like y'all live and die by your looks, vanity, by the money that don't exist, by shit that's not tangible in this life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't take this shit with you. can't. I understand money as a means to try to have a better life for your family and yourself, a life that you can live with dignity and respect. But you don't respect yourself, and you have no dignity of yourself because you wouldn't carry yourself the way you do. Some of these women wouldn't look the way they do. Gents, these women wouldn't be out here just putting themselves out there like man, women like that's the red like normal women on the street or like what the women used to look like in the red light district back in the day. If I'm lying, and they have no concept, none at all, on how simple it is to take care of your own man because they don't care. They burnt out like that other woman. In all seriousness, TSG, jokes aside, why protect and provide for people who say that they are at a table, especially when they can't even buy chairs for the so-called table that they say they are? Yep. Let's get to this next clip. Now, this next clip is I put this in here as to be lighter. You saw it on you saw it on the thumbnail. Now you can look at this clip and say, well, what does it have to do with the relationship? This is a relationship. This is what I got from it. This clip proved to me that women don't understand what men's roles are. She's going to question something that he does. And if you're a real gent, I'm not disparaging you if you don't do this, but you know what I'm talking about. If you're a real G, you're gonna feel with this brother, right? You're gonna understand what this brother's doing. Because I do it all the time too. And now, well, I'll talk about it at the end of the other side. Let's go here. Check this out.
All right, y'all. So he has this thing that when we go to a restaurant, he has to sit where he has to see the door.
That's not normal.
Why do you have to see the door?
I see what's going on. That's ins and outs, who's coming in, who's leaving. You don't think about stuff like that?
You sound like an undercover Navy SEAL or something.
I thought that was normal. I thought all guys did it.
I mean, I'm not a guy, so I don't know.
Right. You're not a guy, woman, so you don't know. Like, the fact that you don't understand why he got to sit where he doing tells me that this young lady don't understand what men do. How did she make it? Talk about, I want a real man. I want a gentleman. And you don't know that the man gonna face the door, especially with these sickos out here today, busting up in these churches, busting up in these these hospitals, schools. You telling me that you don't understand that if you got a good man, you know you got a real one. If he like, I need to see that dope. Are you paranoid? It's about being paranoid. It's like, yo, some shit going down. I want to make sure that I can get us where we need to be at. How didn't she notice? Now listen, maybe more women know this than most women know this. But look at her. How don't she know that? And why would you question that? Why is it even questioned? It's a good internet question, but it ain't. Because to me, it's like what y'all just said. A bunch of y'all was like, I already know how to cook, so what's the deal? You can breeze past this and say, well, that's what you do. I don't understand what the deal is. I got from this, and what I have a sinking feeling is that women say they want men to be real men. Every time we do the things real men do, that is inherent for us to do in some cases, like guarding our women and making sure we're putting ourselves in a manner that we can protect them. You gonna question that shit? Because y'all don't know what y'all want. Antics Antic says, hear me out, TSG. Most black women don't hang out with other women that have men. Oh. So they don't so they don't talk about what good men do. My brother, I'm about to make you laugh now, okay? When I was trying to find clips today to put in today's video, I was hoping to put more couples videos in the video. But I can't find clips. They either already married, or you just don't see couples like that. Yo, oh my God, I'm crying. I couldn't find clips today of couples. I couldn't find couples. I was like, I have hundreds and hundreds of clips just sitting there in my folders, and I can't find one damn couple. Yo, I was very upset. I was terribly vexed. Terribly vexed. I couldn't find no couples, man. I couldn't find no couples. I was like, how am I gonna talk about relationships today? I ain't got no couples clips. Fishing and an acquired skill involving baiting, casting, trolling, and jigging, while at the same time cussing, swatting, sweating, and drinking poison. Damn, Preston. You almost tongue. As a veteran, I 100% understand. They don't respect or even see what men do for women without thinking about it. That would disturb me. I know this is a simple clip, and maybe I'm off, but I don't even understand why you would post this. This is normal. Like, I don't know. This is normal to me. This is normal to a lot of you all. And so, to me, it's sort of a disturbing trend. If you don't know, this is what my point is. If you don't know what men do, if you don't understand that there's things that we just do, right? If you don't know that, then how are you going to be in a relationship with a man if you don't understand the nature of a man? Because we're going to let you down. And you're not going to like what we're always going to say. And you might, as women, some of y'all might get in your feelings about what we say, how we say it, what we do. But that's the nature of being in a relationship with a man. And if he love you, you're going to understand. If he don't, then you'll know. Technically, y'all should know. It'll be easy to see, right? Look around in restaurants. Man, listen. Me and my woman, Mark, thank you for this one. When me and my woman go to a restaurant, man, we look around. We are such people watchers now, right? And obviously, too, because I do this channel, I also look around because, well, now it's somewhat part of my job, you know what I mean? And I'm just naturally curious about what's going on anyway. And I'm gonna tell you, when when we were out in San Diego, there was a couple here, a couple there, but it was so many of these women that were just going out on dates with each other. Like even my girl was like, "You see this, right? You see this, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, what?" Yeah, there is a bunch of women out on dates with each other right now. Did I catch everybody? All right, we good. Let me we got 2 more clips left. Oh, this is perfect timing. Perfect time. We got 2 more clips left. We're gonna do the question of the day. I'm gonna get you all out of here so we can get some food, okay? Now we're gonna let me get this off the screen. Now we're gonna talk about the relationship. Oh, correct. Sorry about that, Martin. Now we're gonna talk about the part of the relationship that men don't want to sign up for. Right? So let's assume that it is more beneficial for a man to be in a relationship. I'm just going to concede that point. one of the things that men nowadays have to worry about with modern women concerning relationship is their loyalty. This next clip is going to talk about that.
Y'all gotta stop y'all friends from being delusional before it's too late. I had a friend about 6 years ago. I tried to stop her 6 years ago. I go to brunch with my other friend today. Come to find out she doing bad, living in her car. She done lost a man because of this internet. I'm telling you, 6 years ago, I realized she was delusional. She had a boyfriend, and I knew him. He was above average, earning, looks, height, everything. He was a good guy.
So wait, she had all the sixes, right? She had the things that most women say that they're looking for. And this woman ain't no slouch. She a cute young lady. So if she's saying the dude look like that, then he looked like that. She ain't driving. If the dude didn't look that way, she wouldn't have said it, okay? So she got everything. She had it all. And even the girl said, yo, she had this. Let's continue.
She thought she was bigger than the program. And I realized that because every time I would be around her, she was always showing me what somebody else got, what somebody else on the internet is doing. Oh, look at her man bought her this. She got this. Oh, I want this. And she already had a man who bought her 3 luxury cars. He paid most of her bills. He took care of her. Of course, they weren't rich, but she wasn't even qualified for that type of man that she already had. And for some reason, because she had a decent man, she thought she was bigger than the program. Child, come to find out, he done left her ass. And it's the thing I tried to tell her every time she would show me, oh, look at, her man bought her Chanel. Oh, look what she got. I said, you don't know them people. You don't know what she has to go through. You don't know. She'd be showing me like, oh, I know this girl. She getting this and that. I'm like, but you're not in her bedroom.
See, a lot of those situations.
All right. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams there. But I wanted to take it off of him because there's a point. If you gotten here late, we played a video clip earlier, okay? I want to take it back to the clip that we played earlier. Keep this in mind. What did this woman say? She said that her friend had a good-looking man who was above average, made decent. He wasn't rich, but he made decent money. He bought her the things. He did all the things. And she thought she was always looking at other folk, what they doing, what they got. It wasn't enough. Now, I'm going to put this on the screen. I want y'all to think about what we just heard. Now, think about this woman right here talking all this shit.
Why do y'all give us a hard time about wanting to be taken care of? Like, we want to keep our money, we want someone to spoil us. We want someone to pay all of our bills.
That right there. Her right there. See her? See her? Her right there. This would be the type of woman that other woman was talking about. That she would have a man that's above, she would get the dude above her station. As much as Kevin Samuels might disagree, and she'd be still like, it's not enough. That's one of the things. You want to know why relationships are off the table for a lot of men? It's because it's not enough. I heard something recently. Maybe you all have heard this before, but I'm going to repeat it. But in the Garden of Eden, right? God had told Adam and Eve, hey, you have all of this stuff. You have all this fruit and all this abundance, and you have all this beauty, and you all can live forever, and you all won't grow old, and you won't die, and you can eat of all this stuff. And Eve, it wasn't enough for Eve. It wasn't enough for Eve. It's crazy. I'm going to go directly. I'm going to catch your comments, gents, but I'm going to go directly into the last video of the night. All right, I'm going to write it down. Alyssa Radford. All right, I'll take it out. Look up. We'll play the last clip. We're about to be graced by the Godfather himself in the very last clip of the night.
Why can't you find a husband? Especially if you were with a man for 4 years. Why didn't y'all get married?
It just didn't work out.
You're a college-educated woman. Please do better.
Yeah.
It did not work out, meaning what? Did you break it off or did he break it off?
Yeah, I
Who left?
broke it off.
You broke it off with him. Why?
I thought I could do better.
Ooh! We're 22 seconds into this video, in this clip. She could do better. You know what now? Women want to say that we lie to them, that we deceive them, right? And some men do. But y'all lies go deep because we will think that y'all are going to be loyal, and then it's not enough. You can do better. As soon as better comes along, don't sit here and say like y'all got some higher morals than we do. There's even good women, never have no problems with it. If the right dude come along, that woman is acceptable. But we're bad if that baddie throw herself on us. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of double standards. You know, do as I say, not as I do. Let's continue.
Exactly. And I'm trying to be as nice as possible. 4 years.
Oh, also listen to that part. I'm trying to be as nice as possible because the internet says it's my tone. No, I am just exposing you raggedy 304s. Let's continue.
Yes, sir.
And you thought you could do better. Why?
I'm copying to that.
But what did he do?
He was indecisive.
What did he do for a living?
He was a regional director for a fast food company.
A regional manager or a regional director?
Director.
Right. Did he earn more than you?
A lot more.
And what do you do for a living?
I work in customer service.
Like a call center?
You can't make
Yeah.
Oh, are you trolling me?
I promise I'm not. Like,
So
no,
let me
I'm
get this
serious.
right. You're an overweight customer service agent.
What? Oh, I would say.
I don't care what you would say. I'm the professional. Let me go. Look, ma'am. So he was definitely making over 6 figures.
Well, no. He's making that now.
So pay attention, everybody. Average black woman leaves a 4-year relationship because she thinks she can do better. Good for you, brother. Hope you work at a Sonic or White Castle or whatever. Do you have cat insurance, ma'am?
I don't like cats.
Danger zone.
Oh, God.
Because this is kind of crazy. You've likely already met your guy and you blew it. You didn't say he did anything wrong. You just thought you could do better. Why did you think you could do better?
Well, at the time, he wasn't where he was. This is where he is now. He was working his way up.
Exactly. And like far too many black women, you don't want to wait.
Don't want to work. You don't want to work with us. Yo, tell me that wasn't a powerful way to end. That's the last clip of the night. But tell me, I wanted to show y'all the end boss of these relationships nowadays. A lot of men had their goddamn hearts kicked in, had their teeth kicked in, can't see their kids, can't, basically losing everything, getting, false stuff said about them on this T app, right? We got to deal with all of this stuff. And listen, I might have gave y'all some credit back in the day. I might have said, you know what? Women might not be wrong. But I was simping back in the day because some of the things that women were saying that men were doing wrong was just man shit that a man was that do. Some of it was just man stuff. Y'all want us to be, y'all wanted the men back in the day to be more sympathetic and empathetic to women, which in some cases I believe that was necessary. I do. However, that wasn't enough. I should have put on a thumbnail, it's not enough. I didn't know I was going there. I didn't know I had a central theme by the end of the video, but let's go with it. It's not enough. That woman, right? You want to talk about average woman? Let's go back. This woman who I put in the second clip of the night.
Said all that just
The second clip of the night. This woman could have been the woman in Kevin Samuels' clip. Talking about, I'm college educated, I got all this, and I just need him to do blah, blah, blah. Kevin said she was an average woman. And the dude sounded like, well, he wasn't where he was at when they were together. Notice now he got away from there, right? He got away from Satan, got away from her. And what happened? He started doing better. And that's the tell, gents. That's the tell right there. I'm about to sum this up. We're going to do the question of the day and get the hell out of here. That's it. If the woman that you are with doesn't aid your purpose and make you better, that's not the woman to be in a relationship with. Any woman who's talking about what you can do for her, she's not relationship material. And the reason why relationships are off the table for most men now is because all of y'all sound like that. All of y'all sound like, all of y'all sound like women like this. Men don't know who to trust anymore. Men cannot trust women in general because women in general have a bunch of power at their hands to basically ruin or end a man. Hence, this woman was bold enough to come online and say this.
Men are naturally submissive. All you got to do is call the police on them.
That woman was comfortable enough to get online and to say this shit. She didn't say, hey, ladies, if you have an abusive man, don't be afraid to call the police for your safety. They absolutely put that out there. I have daughters. I would hope that they would know that. I would hope that they would understand that, and I would be advocating for that. This woman is talking about just doing it out of malice to control a man, due to not, these modern women say that men aren't emotionally available or emotionally mature. They don't have emotional intelligence. That's it. We don't have emotional intelligence. What adult who is emotionally intelligent says this shit right here? Don't worry, I'll wait. They don't. So when I ended off with that Kevin Samuels video, I just want to show you that there are a lot of women now who have basically taken good men, good relationships, and thought I could do better, or it's not enough. And so when you go ahead and sit back and you ask yourself, why don't men want to be in relationships? It's because no matter what he does for you in that relationship, it's not going to be enough. So, gents, if you have a woman in your life and she's not thinking about you, putting your purpose first or understanding that you're a man on a purpose, it's not even worth your fucking time. Don't even waste your time. It's a trap. What it said in Star Wars, it's a trap. It's a trap. All right. Preston says, I'm pretty sure cats don't like you either, bird lady. You definitely can't make this up. No. Men have been burnt. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as better comes along, it's still not enough. Yep. It's not enough. Of course, it never works out for the good men, only the bad men they want so badly, and they throw away the men that want them. Yeah. Listen, not every man, I'm going to say this. Women don't owe you no panani, okay? They don't owe you no panani. They don't owe you that. They don't owe you relationships. They don't owe you none of that stuff. But I will say there are women who, I'm not telling women to lower their standards on a man's character, but to sit here and to think that every man's supposed to make six figures, and then now y'all online crying that y'all getting evicted. And I told y'all about this. I told y'all long time ago, right, when I was in the last place that I lived at, and I told you right across the way, there was a single mom who had 4, 5 kids, and she was there less than 6 months, evicted. I saw it. I didn't see the day she moved, but one day I saw the kids, and I was like, damn, it's quiet around here. Gone. She was gone. So were them kids, but they were good kids. They were good kids. They were a little rambunctious, but they were good kids. So it's crazy. It is crazy. Okay. Anyway, let me put the question of the day up on the board. Sorry, Preston, I got to move on real quick. I'll keep my word. Question of the day. Are relationships off the table for you? And what, if it is, was it the dating market? It's supposed to be your peace of mind, or was it something else? Why? I want to know if relationships are off the table for you. I want to know why, right? So, I would say put it in the comments below, right? Put it in the comments for after the video so people can engage with those comments. I want to thank everybody for being here this evening. Thank you all for allowing me to have your time. All right. Thank you for all of my gents who were sponsors tonight. Castle, Dwayne, Slick Bronx, Hazrat, Young Hazrat. Thank y'all for being tonight's sponsors. Every little bit helps the channel. I am eternally grateful. Antics Mantic says single moms are off the table. That's a whole nother discussion. We're going to get back to the moms thing. I know I haven't made a video about that in a while, but there's a reason, because I was taking it from one point to the other. I have mom material. I have some stuff some angles that I want to, some stories and some angles I want to come at from that, right? I think are some powerful stuff that we need to discuss, because some of the stuff that's happening now that we're seeing with these modern women all stems back from moms. And I'm starting to see more and more of it come to fruition, or at least I'm starting to see more of it. You can see the genesis of a lot of this dysfunction comes from these moms, and the moms that are out there on the streets right now, terrible, terrible. I'm saying we had some bad moms back in the day, but I'm saying they are terrible. And I'm going to connect those dots. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because I can't get to that video. It's coming, but I got to get there. I'm building a narrative. I'm building a story. I'm building out to get to that story. And you will only get it. And make sure you don't miss it if you subscribe to this channel. So I appreciate that. Preston says, you seriously wonder why men don't want you anymore? This is exactly why men don't approach you anymore. Yeah, men are just burnt, man. So the next conversation we're going to have on this channel next week, y'all already know what the topic's going to be. Last week, we talked about why dating is off the table. This week, we talked about why relationships are off the table. And next week, we're going to talk about marriage, right? We're going to get into some marriage. Now, the great thing about marriage is I actually have couples in the marriages, And I have clips that I've been wanting to use that it's supposed to be a couple together, but I see red flags in the way some of these women talk to these men. And so that is my intention to bring that to y'all, because I am going through the whole relationship thing in these next live streams. All right. Anyway, gents, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves, take care of your families, man. Look out for each other. Look out for yourself out there. There's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all be safe out there. All right. And then I'll be back with I'm going to try to do a members only video. I'll have that only tomorrow. So if you're a member, for the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can become a member and get exclusive videos. The other thing is, on Friday, I'm going to tie this theme together with something with these women who are crying now. I'm going to tie it together to something to prove that they are crying and that they caused it themselves. They have contributed to not only their own problems, but they've contributed to the problems that we all are going through because of their selfishness. And I'm going to tie it all together in Friday's video. All right. Thank you, Jess, for being here. Until next